Hey guys, Dan here. Hope you're doing well. So, I wanted to address this question that always seems to pop up. And that question is, Dan, why do you need to bring people into your training programs if you're already doing so well with Amazon? Now, look, I understand the question on a very surface level. If you don't look too deeply, it makes sense, right? But the truth is, look, let me put it this way. Elon Musk is a billionaire, right? Why does he on average start another billion-dollar company every 2.5 years? He doesn't need to. He could vanish into the ether tomorrow and live a happy life on a private island somewhere with anybody that he feels fit to bring along. So why? Why does he start a new billion-dollar company on average every 2.5 years? Well, it's because some people just have it in their blood. Right? Some people, I'm one of them, we get joy out of creating community value. We draw purpose from creating value in this world and in this community. It gives us purpose. So when we create one successful enterprise, it's not the end for us. We want to create another and another and another. If we create one successful enterprise and go and try to retire on some private island somewhere, some beach, it's very unsatisfactory to our souls, right? Some people are very, very happy with just escaping what everyone seems to be calling the matrix these days. And that's that for them, right? Other people like myself are not. Now, I want to address the way that it's phrased towards me usually is like this. Dan, why do you need to bring people into your education school if you're doing so well with Amazon yourself? Well, look, guys, I honestly don't need it. I don't need it. But for your own sake, I really hope people do join, right? Because I don't need the finances. I don't need the funds. We do need to charge fees to train you guys because, right, it's a company that has immense running costs. It has staff to pay, all sorts of subscriptions and marketing that's involved. And that's just the nature of business, right? I can't just run a coaching company for free and give everything away for nothing. It just doesn't work that way. So business is capitalism. We're in it to make profit. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So I don't actually need to do this. I do it because it creates value in the community, because that gives me a sense of purpose. It drives me to continue every day to wake up and do what I do. So I don't just have a education company and an Amazon business. I have a multitude of businesses. I have a larger company that has a whole, like an umbrella company with a whole blanket of smaller companies underneath that. And every time we create a successful enterprise and we move on to a new venture, it instills in me a sense of purpose. And that's why I do this. And I especially like ventures that not only financially put more resources into my local community or the wider community of Australia or the wider community of the world, but one that actually puts more resources into the pockets of people who need it most. Now, that's why I chose to create this school, this Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing School, because this was the first business that I ever actually achieved that, right? I struggled for 10 years prior to actually creating an Amazon company and making myself passive income for the first time in my life, which essentially led into income that was disposable that I could use to create other ventures and move into bigger and more wonderful things. And that's what I continue to do every single day and probably will do until I can no longer do it anymore physically. Because that's who I am as an entrepreneur. Some people are born with it. Some people manifest it and cultivate it inside of themselves through action. Others will never understand it, and that's perfectly fine. The world is a diverse place, and it's made where anyone can actually get up and make something of themselves. It's created in this way. It's never going to be easy, or it's also created in a way that no one is ever truly poor in a Western nation, right? Because we have social security blankets and things like this. So, each to their own. However, the education side of things has been one of the most challenging businesses of my entire career as an entrepreneur, and I'm very stoic and very hard-shelled, right? Not many things really get on my nerves, but this is one of those things that has been increasingly difficult to deal with. The backlash of the wider community who just don't understand business, being called a scammer and a scum of the earth. I've had people say they're going to shit on my mother, right? And that is like the absolute putrid dregs of this society. But the one thing that just keeps me going with it, when, like I said, I don't need to do this, and for the sake of people who are potentially considering becoming a student, I would definitely hope that you do for your own sake, not for mine. What keeps me going is the successes that we see inside of our program, right? One big one that always comes to mind for me is Eduardo, of course, who comes from Venezuela and couldn't even speak English. Like, this is a man who truly needed an escape with a young family, and he achieved that with us. He's doing $7,000 to $8,000 in 18 days now, passively. So that's the sort of thing that keeps me going, is the people who do truly believe, not the a-holes of the internet who just like to run their gums, and they will just never be anywhere in life. And as entrepreneurs, we need to let people like that slide off our back. But it does become difficult. I won't lie about that. When I don't need to be putting my face on this screen, and I truly don't need to be helping people and creating impact in the communities of people who decide that that's what they want in their lives and come and work with us. I don't actually need to do it. So why do I do it? Well, guys, it comes back to what I said in the beginning. It always has been and always will be about absolute purpose. I'm a purpose-driven person. We all are. All human beings are purpose-driven. And when you find that purpose, like I have a few purposes that really mean a lot to me. Family, always, of course, right? That's a purpose that we all hold near and dear to us. The second thing is boxing. That's something that I absolutely love. It's changed my life on the physical side. And the third thing is creation, right? I'm not an artist, but I truly view business as like an artwork. It's an art form. It's a way to overcome all these hardships and obstacles. It really interjects massive joy into my life. And that's why I continue to create consistent businesses, even when I don't need to. And that's why I will overcome any obstacle that comes my way. Business made me tough mentally. Boxing made me tough physically, right? And that's what I prize, and that's what I hold near and dear to my heart. And that's one of the big reasons. It's a selfish reason, because all of us deep down, for everything we do, there's a selfish motivation, right? I love to see people like Eduardo accomplishing things and changing their lives. That's what keeps me going, right? But the satisfaction of creating these type of businesses, like as an art form, is what keeps me creating consistent businesses over and over again. When I could just retire on that beach just over the hill there, I could. I've tried it before, and it's miserable, right? I'm too young for that sort of nonsense. So anyway, guys, I wanted to jump on here and just really address that question once and for all, because next time I get that question, I'm just sending this video. I'm sick of answering it, right? And there's a lot of you out there that will resonate with this message, who truly feel the same way as I do. Some of you who haven't achieved even that first step in their entrepreneurial journey yet, what I teach would be a great business for you. And some of you who have achieved multiple steps in that entrepreneurial journey, you understand what I'm talking about. And for you guys who do resonate with this and you haven't got to that point yet, there is a link somewhere around this video. Go watch our webinar, man. Like, what do you have to lose, honestly, but a little bit of time, okay? Take it seriously, because it is something that can absolutely change your life, change the position of your life, change the life of your next generation, break the cycle. It's not $1 million idea, but it's a 6-figure passive income potentially for you and your family, without a doubt. If you're consistent and you want to put in the hard yards, it's absolutely possible. All right, guys, I hope you all have a good week, and I'll see you on the next video.